Another day, another review. That's what we're talking about here, baby. Oh, yeah. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Matt Diazable, coming at you with some new music reviews. Thank you for coming on by. Always, thank you. I appreciate it. Today, I'm checking out a band called Qoèlet. Qoèlet. I really don't know how to pronounce this band's name, but trying my best. The album or EP is called Helva. Helva. I'm quite sure you don't know anything about this band, and just like me, I don't know anything really besides the fact that the person who made this band hit me up for a review, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down to check out your stuff, like anyone. And so to make things easier, I have people write down their bio and information they want me to tell about you, who the band are, and to make it easy for me, I'm just going to read it for you right now. Qoèlet is a one-man project in the black metal dark ambient genre, founded in 2025 in Italy, specifically in Valtellina. Sorry if I messed that up, my bad. A rural area in northern Italy near the Swiss border. The project was born from a desire to find expressive outlet for the sense of isolation and abandonment felt in contrast to major urban centers, and from a nearly mystical connection with the mountainous landscapes surrounding the valley. The lyrical themes revolve primarily around philosophical existentialism, exploring inner conflict and the confrontation of the human being faces in reckoning with the debt of meaning that life demands each day. Musically, the style blends lo-fi black metal with dark ambient intersections, aiming to invoke atmosphere of a never-ending nightmare. Hevel is a debut EP consisting of 5 tracks centered around the concept of vanity, the guiding word of the Book of Ecclesiastes, which gives the project its name. So, I'll probably have that down in the description, but that's essentially what this band is about. It's a one-man project, and he is exploring the inner, deep, dark feelings of just being a human being in life. So, gotta say, from what I've listened to this EP, the guy's onto something here. Some of the stuff that he's talking about here kind of tracks. And this latest EP, I want to say gives a bit of a fractured yet often interesting perspective of pain, dread, and the hollowness of existence. And as like he was describing what the music he's trying to create here, the music is living between two worlds. One of, meticulously sculpted void of dark ambient music, and then the raw chaos of black metal. Sometimes brilliant in effect, but other times it's a bit jarring with the results you get. The title track of this EP, Hevel, opens with a very eerie organ playing and some slow moving synths that just ripple out like a funeral fog. And you get some like distant crackling vocals that don't really like lead the song at that much. It just kind of haunts it throughout the whole song. Kind of, just emerging at times and then just folding back into the cold of the nothingness that the song has. This half of the song kind of has a very lively, aching tension to it. But then when the traditional black metal elements arrive, blast beats and distorted guitars, they kind of hit like an unexpected intruder. Rather than like merging with the atmosphere established with the dark lo-fi ambience, it just really disrupts it. And so when the song kind of pulls away from the black metal elements and it goes back into that lo-fi dark ambience, that's when you feel like the song is able to get a grip on itself and really come into itself. And this tension between beauty and straight chaos is a very reoccurring thing that happens on this EP. And to most, most times that it's executed, it's not really the best. So for now, I want to play a clip of Hevel. The opening eeriness that it creates here is quite mesmerizing. he's really able to create some ambience here and like some really interesting lo-fi sound space. The first real issue of this EP comes on the song Doppelganger here, where, you know, the very interesting lo-fi ambient sounds kind of take a side seat and the black metal elements kind of come into full effect here, causing the song to have a very muffled and weird production that just, you know, makes the song feel like it's in a lost haze of riffs and drums that lock into a very unchanging loop. So as the song progresses, it just loses momentum after each second. And this song, coming off of the, you know, very interesting and haunting world building with the opening track Hevel, this just ultimately feels like a very undercooked and oddly distant weird song. Like, you get some of the elements of this band Qoèlet on this track, but it just feels like it's lacking a lot of emotional weight. Fortunately, the next track, May Sorrow Be Flesh, kind of begins to like stitch everything back together after the fumble of the previous song. You get some slow crawling guitar lines that really pull the listener into the space of grief and loss before, you know, the song bursts into that blackened fury. The guitars do more than just churn on this track. They kind of glide and bend into some really melodic undertones that keep the song from collapsing into monotony, even though like the vocals are a bit buried in the distortion. So I want to play a small clip of this song so you get a sense of just how the guitars are doing a lot of work to save this track and make it feel a little bit more vibrant. When this band is able to, you know, strike that sweet spot between ambience and aggression, the results quite striking. Then you get to the EP's peak on the song Cold Sun, where, you know, there's a seamless union of glacial keys, very mournful bass playing here, and cathartic screams. And at clocking at 11 minutes, this song never really overstays its welcome, evolving very naturally from bleak and just dark stillness into very blackened storms of heavy black metal without ever really losing any emotional thread or weight or momentum. It just keeps going and going. It's like pretty effective. Everything on this particular track really fits the motif of Cold Sun. It feels cold and just reflects that in every note. So here's a small clip of Cold Sun. Just ice cold. And then you have the closing track here. He who adds knowledge adds pain, just returns to a very deep and ambient waters that just are dripping with melancholy and dread. The bass playing here is just low and aching with like a nice deep heartbeat like feel to it. While the song may be briefly lost focus at times, especially when the harsher vocals take over, the return of some sinister synths really help wrap up the song in a very poisonous glow midway through the song. This EP can be a bit uneven at times, but when he really leans into some slow burning ambient work he does here, and using black metal as a complementary texture, even though it is a very blunt style of genre to mix with ambient sounds, the results can be immersive and quite moving at times. This is an artist that really has a very strong grasp of atmosphere and emotional storytelling. If he can refine the integration between these two halves of genres, being ambient lo-fi music and black metal music, with some better production, the next release from this guy could possibly be a very devastating and good release from him. But as it stands, this latest debut from Qoèlet, I've got to give it a nice, I won't say nice, but it's an okay to decent 5 out of 10. Links down below. Tell me what you think. Who are some of your favorite black metal artists, or, you know, some lo-fi ambient music or Italian artists that I should check out? And until next time, guys, thank you. Grazie, grazie, grazie. And see you with the pig.
Good things about you.